for Boston College. Rod Creech throws the ball up, and Latson comes away with it. We are underway in Tallahassee.
Florida State, the ACC's top scoring offense, averaging over 80 points a game. KK Timpson getting things started off for the Noles.
A lot to do with it. Just KK Timpson. A look at BC's starting five. Kayla Ivey, Daly Wagner, Tiana Todd, and Tia Sidbury rounds out the five for Boston College. As right away, Todd will launch a three, too strong.
Florida State will push the tempo as much as possible against the Eagles.
A team that loves to run. Head coach Joanna Burnaby-McNamee said, we need to limit Florida State in transition if we're going to come away on top. Up top with Sidbury. Prominent transfer from Utah. Great scoring threat for Boston College. An offensive rebound for the Eagles, blocked underneath by Snoop Turnage.
Rebounding will be a key stat for us to watch today, Jack. If Boston College can out-rebound Florida State, that will help them certainly on the offensive end. Amari Gordon helping things out on the offensive end, though, for Florida State, as she's able to get to the rack in transition.
You mentioned the offensive rebounds, a Florida State team coming off of a 74-68 victory versus Miami at the Watsco Center. But in that game, gave up 21 offensive rebounds. That's the second time this year they've done that. So will be Omaria Gordon at the line, makes the first. A 76% free throw shooter on this season. Out of Bradenton, Florida. Phenomenal year she has had, battled injuries the first two, and really has stayed healthy throughout this year and has paid dividends for the Seminoles.
Amari Gordon certainly should be a candidate for most improved player with the impact she's having for Florida State this season in the ACC.
Corner pocket three will fall for Boston College, their first of the game, courtesy of Todd.
Todd leads this team in threes made and three-point percentage. She's the one that the Eagles want to shoot the long ball.
Short on the three was Latson, but an offensive rebound of their own for Florida State. Here is Timpson. She's been hot as of late. Beautiful spin move in the paint and does the rest.
KK Timpson is a matchup problem for this BC Eagles team. Not a true post that can defend a player like KK Timpson. Will have to be by committee for the BC Eagles.
Here's another three from Boston College. Will roll over the backboard and go to Florida State.
Florida State looking like they didn't exactly have anywhere to go, but KK Timpson able to bail them out with the nice spin move inside.
KK Timpson on record watch for this program in Tallahassee. 5 straight double-doubles, chance to make it 6, and got the single season record for most straight. KK working underneath to get an offensive rebound. The 2-3 zone for Boston College.
Ooh, nice shot block inside. That's Sidbury with the block on the league's block leader, KK Timpson.
Too strong on the shot from Wagner.
Snoop Turnage in there to clean the glass for Florida State.
Here is Turnage. The Jetty wasn't able to handle. She'll fire off the rim. In transition is Todd. Euro stepping through the lane, not able to connect. Here is the pace Florida State likes to play at. Quick tempo. Latson hasn't been able to find one yet.
Latson missed her first 2 shots. That one a little fadeaway jumper.
Latson coming off a 29-point outing versus Miami. She's been stellar for the Noles.
Yeah, Snoop Turnage in there to clean the glass again for Florida State. A couple big defense rebounds for her already.
Turnage has started the last 13 games. Florida State running with that same starting 5 with Turnage. Provides that length and versatility that head coach Brooke Wyckoff is a big fan of. Offensive rebound again and a rejection underneath. Still fighting for the ball. Tie up on the ground, Omaria Gordon and Dontavia Wagner. Arrow points to Boston College.
KK Timpson here with a big block, but then BC just scrappy, more aggressive to the ball right now, coming up with a couple of big offensive rebounds and second chance opportunities.
Said it before, the ACC's leader in blocks per game. The first Seminole since Natasha Howard in the 2013-14 season with 70-plus blocks. Still a couple to play. Offensive foul will go against the Eagles.
It's Taya Sidbury trying to make the move on KK Timpson. Got that off arm up pretty high. Looked like she might have hit KK Timpson in the face with that one. Be a turnover on BC and a foul on Sidbury.
Couple of quick buckets. Both teams on a 2-minute-plus scoring drought. Here's Alexis Tucker, checks in for her first minutes.
Tucker just into the game, fires one up from 15 feet, but can't connect.
Wagner, baseline jumper, back rim. Rebound goes to Timpson.
It's 3 rebounds already for KK Timpson. Go with her 4 points. Put that double-double watch already in effect.
Tanaya Latson uses her speed, and up with the left hand, her first 2 points of the game.
Latson so explosive, off the dribble, hard to keep up.
Underneath, Wagner, good move. Just over the reach of Timpson. An 8-5 game.
Nice find inside for the Eagles. Looks like Florida State had played a little bit of a 2-3 zone on that possession.
Latson strong on the pull-up jumper. Off Eagles, and will stay with Florida State. Well, that is the first media timeout of the game. Florida State leading 8-5, courtesy so far of their sophomore superstar tonight.
In her early days, so nice resume for Joanna Burnaby McNamee.
Stops at Pikeville, West Virginia, as well as Maryland as an assistant coach. We're finding success with Connor right through the lane and lays it in.
Yeah, you mentioned it, 21 turnovers a game that these BC Eagles force, and they score an average of 21 points off of those turnovers. That's a huge part of their offense for the Eagles.
Active in the passing lanes are the Eagles. Todd takes it right at Timpson and Latson. Foul is called. Will go against Makayla Timpson.
Todd off balance there, but uses her body control to draw the contact from Timpson and get herself to the free throw line. Todd, a 77% free throw shooter on the season, coming off of a 16-point performance in that loss to Louisville.
Todd, a Canadian sophomore, missed 11 games last year as a freshman, averaged 10 points per game and 2.5 rebounds. But Coach Mack really praising her sophomore for wanting to be great this year, putting in that extra work off of the court to improve her game up to 11 points per game, really becoming a 3-level scorer. Turnage able to find Timpson backing down off the glass and good.
Not sure how Snoop Turnage got that inside to KK Timpson, but found a way to deliver the pass, and Timpson now with 6 points to lead the Noles.
Noles 4 of their last 4 now from the field. A 5-point lead under a minute in this first quarter. Mismatch inside. Amaya Bonner comes for help, just short on the shot by Andrea Daly. Trying to hand off to Timpson. Noles able to keep. Gordon, pull up. Foul it's good.
Florida State a little bit chaotic there on the offensive end after the ball got tipped around by Boston College, but Snoop Turnage delivering that pass to Amaria Gordon with the mid-range game.
Beautiful looking shot from Gordon. Well, I'll tell you this, at the Seminoles shoot-around this morning, the first person to walk out of the tunnel was number 3 right there, Amaria Gordon. 2 of 10 from the field versus Miami. And head coach Brooke Wyckoff said, although she wasn't scoring, always finds a way to impact the game, but clearly she wanted to work on her shot and get it right for this one versus Boston College.
BC gonna hold for one last shot here.
Deed holding for the shot in the hands of Makayla Ivy. Drives to her right. With the defense from the other side, 5'4", Amaria Gordon comes to help out with Amaya Bonner.
Not sure if that was Amaria or Amaya that got that block, but
Eagles will keep it into Sidbury, back to the corner. Ivy fires the 3, too strong. Rebound will tip off of Boston College and go to the Seminoles, only .4 on the clock. Buzzer sounds, first quarter will end in the tuck for Sue Semrau, the former Florida State head coach from 1997, 2022. Here in attendance to watch her Noles take on Boston College. Shot from Sarah Bigetti to start this second quarter, too strong. With the Eagles, a foul called. That'll go against Sarah Bigetti.
Florida State switching on all of those perimeter screens. You saw Bigetti sticking with the ball handler. A little bit too much contact, though, and she picks up her first personal.
And Bigetti's done a phenomenal job this year scoring the basketball, known for her defense and guarding the opposing team's top player. Amaria Gordon fighting on the sideline, tried to throw it off the leg of Makayla Ivy. They'll say she stepped out before.
Back to Sarah Bigetti. She was the leading scorer on this Florida State team last year when these two teams met. 26 points for Bigetti against the Eagles last season.
Those 26 points led to a string of 20-point outings for Bigetti. She's done that again this year. Sidbury backing down. Timpson too strong. Timpson able to come up with the rebound.
Yeah, Timpson altering that shot. I don't think she'll get a credit for the block, but definitely rattled Taya Sidbury inside in the paint.
Bigetti drives and kicks. Turnage trying to no-look pass to Timpson. Good little play from Turnage to find Timpson underneath.
That is 16 points in the paint now for the Seminoles. Doing a nice job of getting inside in the interior of that Boston College defense.
Speaking of the interior, Daly tried to get in there and called with a travel.
Maya Bonner playing some good minutes for Florida State. We saw her with the little drive to the rim and the layup, and done some really good things defensively so far off the bench for Florida State.
Maya Bonner, the transfer from Cal, former 4-star recruit. We averaged about a point a game at Cal and has provided some valuable minutes off the bench for head coach Brooke Wyckoff. Here is Bonner. Fake in the corner, pull up on the baseline. Can't get it to go.
A little too strong there from Bonner.
Quickly in transition come the Eagles, able to find Wagner underneath, and she will be fouled.
BC not afraid to push the ball in transition as well. They like to play up tempo. They like to get stops and get steals and then try to run in transition when they can.
Dontavia Wagner will step to the line, 59%. On the season is Wagner. See her last game, Melissa, versus Louisville, 22 points and stuff in the stat sheet.
Yeah, look at those numbers. Those are outstanding for the senior from Nashville.
See the 3 steals as well. Is well on her way last season as a freshman of shattering the single season record for Boston College of 89 steals in a season. She's on her way again this year. Timpson
KK Timpson just a little too strong on that one. Had a good look.
Here's the leading scorer for the Eagles, Sidbury, and shows it off. Nice touch off the glass.
That's a good, strong finish through the contact of KK Timpson.
First 2 points of the game for the transfer from Utah. Gordon able to find Bajetti in the corner.
Strong from Bajetti.
Florida State empty-handed from behind the arc, 0 of 5 to start this contest. Sidbury, here's a three of her own. Won't go, but another offensive rebound to the Eagles.
Going to be a travel that time on Andrea Daly. Just kind of caught the ball. She was trying to distribute it, had a teammate open. It got caught on her hip. She walked with it. A couple of subs coming in here for Florida State. Timpson and Bonner will go out. Treadwell. Tonight, Latson will come back into the game for the Noles.
So Maria Gordon started for the Seminoles. Tanaya Latson, the soft spot of his own, and a turnaround is good.
When you need a bucket, you go to Tanaya Latson, your All-American. Saw the Seminoles work on that and shoot around today. They wanted to try to get the ball into the paint right at that ACC logo, just below the free throw line.
Latson fourth in the ACC in points per game. It's a tight battle at the top of the ACC with Fair, Kitley, and the Hidalgo. A lot of superstars in this conference.
Bajetti off to the races.
Bajetti, like lightning down the lane, asking for a foul, won't get it. Boston College transition of their own. Couldn't handle the pass at first was Wagner, but she gets it back and gets the foul. We'll go against Turnage.
Let's go back and take another look at that bucket by Tanaya Latson. A little bit off balance there. The turnaround jumper, though, goes from 15 foot. They're missing the last two. Dontavia Wagner makes the Noles pay on that one.
2 of 2 on that trip now from Wagner.
BC in this 2-3 zone as well, extending it out.
Latson hard into the lane. Oh, look at that finish with the contact. Able to get it to fall.
6 points now for Tanaya Latson.
A hard screen against Sarah Bajetti. An offensive foul will be called. Goes against Kayla Lizama.
Lizama just didn't quite get set. Take another look here. Bajetti trying to defend Wagner. Runs right into that screen. Officials have had a close eye on that type of a play all season. Not technically a point of emphasis, but we've seen that called a lot this year, Jack. Those moving screens.
Treadwell set her own screen and another bucket. So since Latson's come in, 6 straight points for the sophomore. The largest lead of the game for Florida State, 11. And an answer from the baseline. That's Lily Krasovich. Gordon with the right hand. Oh, that was pretty high off the glass.
Maria Gordon kept that ball way behind her head to try to avoid those long arms of the BC defense.
Quickly inside. Oh, look at that move inside. Not able to make it fall. Nene Njai was working.
That was a nice move inside, just not enough on the finish. Now Todd gonna get whistled for a foul as Maria Gordon trying to get to the rim.
Will be the first on Todd. Couple of subs as well for Florida State. Treadwell, Turnage, and Gordon will take a seat.
It's Tucker, Bonner, Timpson all back into the game for the Noles.
Inbound underneath, Bajetti will reach Latson on the perimeter. Screen from Timpson and too easy for Latson.
The 6'3" freshman Krasovich couldn't quite stay in front of Tanaya Latson.
Latson a game high 10 points. Noles 4 of their last 4 from the field. Njai. Todd comes off the screen. Elbow jumper doesn't fall, but a fight underneath. Nene Njai was in there fighting for that offensive rebound. She couldn't come away with it. It's been all Tenaya Latson to start this second quarter. Her and her Noles lead in 31-18.
Greatness is a feeling.
For that FSU record set by all-time great Natasha Howard, current WNBA All-Star, playing for the Dallas Wings.
I'm sure Timpson loves to be mentioned with a name like Natasha Howard, a legend in these parts down in Tallahassee. Phenomenal career for the Noles. Out of the break is with the Eagles. They got to get a shot up. 3 on the clock. Ivy launches the 3. It's good.
Good ball rotation that time. Makayla Ivy making the Florida State Seminoles pay for collapsing down when Sid Berry got into the paint.
Big bucket for Boston College. Noles shooting almost 60% in this quarter. Latson draws the contact and puts it in.
Little flex on that one from Tenaya Latson as well. She's able to go through the contact from the freshman, Nene Njai. Let's take another look. Right there, finishes it off. And then laying on the ground with a little flex.
That's the bread and butter for Tenaya Latson. Struggled early in this contest, but since then, she has not missed. And with 13, leading all scorers.
Tenaya Latson has to be in consideration for ACC Player of the Year. I know there's some other great players around this league, but she is sensational.
It's Latson and Liz Kitley leading the way with 30-point games in the conference. Here is Latson with the left, a scoop, and in. And the timeout will be taken by Coach Mack in Boston College.
Again, it started on the defensive end. That was one thing Tenaya Latson said she wanted to focus on going in, was improving her defense this year in her sophomore season. Comes up with a big steal and then takes it coast to coast. Give the Noles a 15-point lead. Noles outscored BC here in this quarter, 17-9.
I was going to say, in a blink of an eye, Tenaya Latson already 15 points. Started 0 of 5 from the field, now 7 of 12. Look at that, just in this quarter alone, 6 of 6 and 13 points. Timeout was taken by Boston College. What do you think Coach Mack was telling her squad out there?
I think they've got to continue to settle down and then try to get back in transition defense. But again, that starts from taking good shots on the offensive end. Not turning the ball over. That's where they're best, is if they can get turnovers. They're not used to having those turnovers. They've got 6 of them already here today.
Good defense from Florida State again. Shot clock winds down. Front iron from Todd, but another offensive rebound. JoJo Lacey. Sidbury fouled underneath.
That's on KK Timpson. That would be her second.
Indeed, it is on KK Timpson.
And Seminoles with not a lot of post depth here today. You mentioned earlier, SK White not available due to an illness, so Avery Treadwell going to have to come in, finish off these last 3 minutes and 21 seconds.
Important minutes for the freshman, a double-double machine of her own in high school in Knoxville, Tennessee. Sidbury, good on the first.
Florida State all season long without the services of Mariana Valenzuela was expected to take over and have a big impact this season for Florida State at that 4 position. She is out with an ACL injury that she suffered while competing back in Mexico for her national team this summer. This is the type of game that they could use her.
Absolutely, the 6'2" junior shot over 53% from 3 last season, a big block. Sarah Bajetti tried to launch the 3 and running over. It was Krasovich to get a hand up and block that shot.
Noles going to maintain possession, though. Avery Treadwell on the weak side there, battling against Wagner, I believe, and was able to knock it off of Wagner or Daly.
Inbound to Latson, uses the speed, draws the contact, and puts it in. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know already, Takayla Latson is a hooper.
Just in case you didn't know, we're going to take another look so you can see it. Takayla Latson again, finishing through the contact, up and in. Noles fans like what they're seeing from Latson today. It's 18 points already here in the first half.
Perfect at the line, still 2 of 2. Latson the only scorer in double figures for either side. Boston College looking for an answer. Todd, good screen and roll underneath to find Wagner. Can't connect on the first and can't connect on the second.
Avery Treadwell there to grab the loose ball rebound. Valuable minutes here for the freshman from Florida State.
Heat check for Latson.
She's human.
She is human. Only area she hasn't scored in this one is from behind the arc. 0 for 3. Another travel is called, and Florida State will take over.
They're trying to go high, low there. I believe they had post up with a guard. One of the smaller guards from Florida State, either Pagetti or Gordon, was posted up, or excuse me, Latson was posted up, and unfortunately just couldn't deliver that pass. That'll be a turnover again on BC, their 7th of the game.
For a team that forces over 20 turnovers a game, Florida State only with 2.
And that was a big key to the scouting report today by Brooke Wyckoff, was that Florida State needed to take care of the basketball. Felt like that would be a huge point of emphasis for the Noles here today.
Boston College trying to run. Slowed up, pull up. Another offensive rebound. Sidbury working this time. Ball is on the ground. Body's on the ground. Still looking for the ball. Out comes Amaya Bonner. No, she doesn't have it. Back and forth tie up.
It's a pinball out there. Nobody can get it. Love seeing players like Takayla Latson diving on the floor for that loose ball. Love it when your superstars are giving maximum effort at both ends of the floor.
Focus is the word head coach Brooke Wyckoff used to describe her team over the last couple of games. A 3-game skid and an and-one opportunity now for Taya Sidbury. Big bucket underneath. She'll go to the line and make it 3-point play.
Florida State just lost Sidbury on the inbounds play. Nothing too tricky there. Just Sidbury cutting hard to the rim. Teammates find her. Boston College now in the bonuses. That is the 6th team foul on the Noles.
Something to watch, and another offensive rebound. Sidbury strong at Treadwell, able to collect her own miss. Still fighting for it underneath. My goodness.
It's gonna go as a jump ball, I believe. Avery Treadwell just trying to rip the ball away. Don't think she did anything malicious. Sidbury goes to the ground, but I don't know if there was a lot of extra contact. I think there was 2 players trying to both jostle the ball away from one another. I'd be surprised if they call anything else on that. I believe it was just a jump ball. It should be possession arrow going to the Seminoles.
And they're going to go to the table to review as announced in venue. It's called a jump ball on the floor.
Because Sidbury went to the floor, I think they have to take a look and make sure that there was no excessive contact on the play. I didn't see any from the angles that we had. We'll see if they see anything egregious on what they're looking at over there. Meanwhile, both teams will get a chance to huddle up and talk some things over.
You're able to see both teams and the review in the beautiful triple box.
Boston College just one of their last 7 from the floor. Florida State's outscored BC in this quarter 20-13. BC just not able to find that shooting rhythm, shooting just 24% from the floor so far here in this game.
Was one thing Coach Mack told me before this game. A key to victory is controlling transition, and the Noles like to get out and run. They've done it early in this one. But Boston College has to get back to their pace, waiting this review.
And if you're Coach Mack, you have to think that she's talking over there to her team about trying to get some turnovers. I mean, again, this is the name of the game for this team. And again, there's Avery Treadwell trying to get the ball away. Maybe there's a little extra shove in there. I guess that's what they're going to take a look at and see if that was something extra from the freshman Treadwell.
Yeah, from that angle, does look a little like Treadwell kind of lowered the shoulder. I mean, it's a bang-bang play. You're seeing it in a replay. We'll see.
You can read Rod Creech's lips there. It looked like he said the word intentional. We'll see if, in fact, they do come up with an intentional foul. If that was on Treadwell, that would be her second. So that would cause both Timpson and Treadwell to have 2 personal fouls. And you wonder if, you know, Brooke Wyckoff might play a player like Snoop Turnage at the 5. Again, not a lot of depth at that post spot. So might Snoop Turnage step in and play the 5? You could play Amaya Bonner there, you know, as you look over there for the height. Interesting to see how this shakes out here.
Yeah, we mentioned before, Sakiah White unavailable for tonight's game. So Florida State left with KK Timpson and Avery Treadwell as your typical bigs down low. Here comes umpire Rod Creech to tell us the call.
Okay. Okay, so they are calling it an intentional foul. They're going to say it was excessive by Avery Treadwell with the shoulder to Sidbury. Let's take another look. It's right there after the whistle, and they're saying that that was excessive contact. So that will be 2 free throws for Boston College and the ball, if I'm not mistaken, and that will also now be 2 fouls on Avery Treadwell.
2 big fouls on Treadwell and Timpson. Hopefully a break for Boston College. Grab some momentum going into the second half.
Yeah, this is huge for BC if they're able to capitalize and cut this 14-point lead down to single digits. Todd will step to the line, a 77% free throw shooter. Knocked down 1 of 2 earlier today.
Good on the first. Todd 1 of 7 from the field, now 6 points. He's been in double figures in every game but 6 this year. One of the better scorers for this Eagles squad.
BC now trying to make a substitution, I believe. So just trying to get a play set.
Njai with the inbound underneath. Wagner. Florida State will take over.
Avery Treadwell came down with the rebound and the crowd applauded. Treadwell now going to go to the free throw line as that will be 5 team fouls on the Eagles.
Yeah, you see Treadwell, a quick look at the official like, oh, nope, I didn't do anything that time. I didn't swing the shoulder.
Just grabbed the ball and I'm trying to protect it.
Few swaps for either side.
Avery Treadwell, 86% on the season from the free throw line. Small sample size, is connected on 12 of 14.
Make it 13 of 15. The bank is open for the freshman. 2 for 2, perfect. Seminoles lead by 14, under 90 to play in this first half. Sidbury calling for it.
Florida State switching on every screen now, 1 through 5.
Pesky defense from the Noles. Daly. And a foul called. That'll go against Wagner. Treadwell. She'll shoot 2 again, and the fans here in the tuck, they're loving it.
They are loving Avery Treadwell working hard on the glass. Playing some big minutes here in ACC play. In with the foul trouble. To KK Timpson. Avery Treadwell gonna go to the line again.
Said Treadwell, the freshman, back in her junior season at Bearden High School, led them their first state title. She was a junior, double-double, 15 points, 16 rebounds, earned state tournament MVP. Check out the averages on the season, some immediate contributions off the bench, filling in for Sky White.
Yeah, you see tonight already 5 points and 5 rebounds, doing exactly what she needs to do for the Noles.
Todd, 3, good.
It's a big shot from Tiana Todd.
Gordon tries to break the press. Treadwell, she's been hot, trying to get it in, can't do it. Boston College, Thompson. Stripped away by the Noles, Pagetti. Veteran move to slow up, notices the clock. Just about a second in between game and shot clock.
Smart play by the 5th-year senior Pagetti, recognizing time and score. No need to rush down and try to force up a shot. Just run the clock down and get one good look here to finish it off.
6 on the clock, Pagetti. Into Sidbury, corner, Tucker. No good on the 3. And the inbound from Omaria Gordon, and now in the hands of Tanaya Latson. We are underway. Latson tries to find Timpson, and a quick turnover. What they do well, Boston College able to get possession back.
And the one thing that doesn't allow Boston College is that's not a live ball turnover, so it doesn't allow Boston College to get out and run in transition, but that is the 4th of the game for the Noles, and a stat that we're going to keep an eye on here.
BC, their first possession of the second half. Good little slip pass. Oh, what she does so well. Kayla Ivey, 4th in the conference in assists per game. Also leads the ACC in assist-to-turnover ratio. Beautiful little slip pass in the lane. First points of the quarter.
That's the 4th assist of the game for Kayla Ivey.
Ivey's averaging just over 5 per game. BC the other day, Wagner able to hold in the air as Latson comes flying by, and a quick 4 points for Boston College to cut that lead to 7.
That's a good start for BC. Got 2 stops on the defensive end.
KK Timpson just gets loose underneath, right behind the zone.
That one too easy for KK Timpson. Tanaya Latson with a nice feed pass as BC had to guard the shooters on the perimeter. Nobody stayed home to guard KK Timpson.
Bodies hit the deck again, fighting for the ball. Sidbury able to poke it loose. Elbow jumper, no good from Todd. But again, Boston College keeping it alive with offensive rebounds, but now throwing it away. Don't see that often from Ivey.
KK Timpson there just left wide open underneath. Daly just a little late, collapsing in on the paint. On the other end, that offensive rebound by BC, the 13th board of the game for the Eagles.
It's only been 2 games this season. Florida State hasn't allowed more than 10 offensive rebounds. Omaria Gordon opens up the second half with a 3-ball.
That's the first made 3-point field goal for Florida State tonight. They were 0 of 8 in the first half. That's a big one for Gordon. She's got 11 points now into double figures. The 3rd Seminole in double figures.
Top. Try to slip it to Sidbury. A 3 attempt. Back iron tipped out to Tanaya Latson. Here she comes. Rumbling down the lane and an easy layup. Make it 20 for Latson.
Just bounced right to Makayla Latson off of a couple of hands there on the defensive rebound.
Daly spins on Bajetti. Good move, Andrea Daly.
Really nice there. Bajetti had great defensive position there, and Daly just too strong around the rim.
First make for Daly in this contest, averaging 14 a game coming in.
That foul gonna go on Wagner. KK Timpson tried to go up strong. Let's take another look at that bucket from Makayla Latson. Just catches it in transition and outraces everybody to the other end of the court.
Wheels for the sophomore.
That foul on Wagner, her third. It sends KK Timpson to the line. Timpson now with those 10 points, make it 11. She got 5 rebounds. We'll keep an eye on that double-double watch, as we mentioned.
2 of 2 on that trip for Timpson.
Wagner gonna have to go to the bench. JoJo Lacey, senior from Douglasville, Pennsylvania, gonna check in.
Whistle on the floor.
I believe there's some blood. It looks like Sidbury gonna go to the bench. It's not really a timeout here. Usually it's just a 30-second break, enough to either get the injury covered or she'll have to make a sub. Both teams gathered around their head coaches.
So makeshift timeout. Sidbury wrapped up on her right leg.
It's been a battle out there all night. Not surprising that there'd be a little bit of blood.
14 is the lead for Florida State. A fake underneath and up, in. Andrea Daly, back-to-back makes for her.
Daly with 4 points, all of those here in the third quarter.
Daly averaging a career high in scoring and rebounding this season. Junior from the 305. Been a big piece for Coach Mack. Bajetti, corner pocket. Hits the backboard. Bajetti coming in hot from the last 2 games.
He just hasn't been able to get on track today. Bajetti 0 of 9 now. That one missed badly.
19 points a game ago versus Miami. 17 versus Wake. Hasn't been able to find it tonight. Lacey drives in, kick back by Latson, but she'll retain. BC still with it, 7 on the clock. Get it to Sidbury with the right. Pretty move, Sidbury.
That's a nice move from Taya Sidbury right at KK Timpson.
First Eagle in double figures and up and reversing Omaria Gordon.
BC expecting Omaria Gordon to pass. We've seen her dribble down like that, kick out to the corner. That time she just used her left hand to make the reverse layup.
Mentioned the shooting. Gordon only 8 points versus Miami, 2 of 10 from the field. Already has 13 and a perfect 5 of 5.
BC now 4 of their last 4 buckets. Sidbury with another nice move inside.
Sidbury's working. Coach Mack joked with me before the game and said, anytime Taya Sidbury shoots from wherever it is on the floor, I just think it's going to go in. And foul will go against Deanna Todd.
Just Todd's second personal foul. Too much contact on the ball handler, Omaria Gordon.
Second on Todd.
Avery Treadwell going to check back into the game for the Noles. KK Timpson going to get a quick break.
Already 7 minutes for Treadwell in the first half, averaging just about 3 coming in. Latson gets the roll.
Latson goes to the ground again.
BC looking for a pass cross court.
They're going to say 3 seconds in the lane that time. I believe Andrea Daly camped out in there. Was calling for the ball. I think she was open, or her teammates just couldn't find her.
It's been back and forth in the tuck. Florida State still leading 54-42.
Okay, when you
7-5 was their record. Valuable experience for Sidbury, but as you mentioned, Melissa, with Boston College has continued to improve and improve. Now averaging 13-6 on the year. Latson able to connect on the other end.
Lacey fired one up too. Looked like the bank was going to be open for her as well on that end. Just rimmed out.
Gordon hands off to Turnage. She'll step back and fire. No good. Heavy pressure from Tania Latson inside. Daly. Todd fakes the three, takes the mid-range, then puts it in.
Nice shot fake there by Tiana Todd. Get Latson up in the air.
Latson wastes no time getting to the cup. Couldn't finish. Bodies hit the deck again. That's been a theme. Jetty able to go the other way. Andrea Daly hit the deck right in front of us, was holding her elbow. Good to see her up.
It has been a physical matchup all night long, both ends of the floor. See players diving all over. Welcome to ACC basketball.
One word that was common, speaking with both of these head coaches earlier today, was gritty, and we're seeing it from either side tonight. The foul will go against Treadwell.
It's actually against Sidbury, I believe. Treadwell and Sidbury both in there battling, but I believe that one's going the other way.
That is correct. So Sidbury, only her first. She will take a seat. Omaria Gordon will carry it up. Bajetti. Jump step through the lane, tries to get it to Treadwell. They'll say tipped off of Boston College and stays with Florida State.
Yeah, still 17 left on the clock. Florida State was quick that time.
Gordon to trigger. Tucker going hard at JoJo Lacey. And they'll get Lacey for a foul.
It's the fourth team foul, so not a shooting foul yet. The next one will put the Seminoles in the bonus.
Into Treadwell. Gordon with it, with the right, floats in the air, off the back rim, but Tucker there for the rebound and the finish.
Give Avery Treadwell credit for that one as she tipped that one up in the air. And they were checking on Avery Treadwell to make sure that she didn't lose a contact there. Billy Smith seeing it. Stop and play for 1 second. Treadwell says, I'm all right.
I can see, she says.
I can take it.
Ivy to the corner. Lacey, that's good. Big three from JoJo Lacey.
JoJo Lacey with 7 points now, 5 rebounds for the Eagles.
Big three from Lacey, led this team in three-pointers made a season ago. Big steal from Boston College. Ivy finds Lacey.
They're going to call a foul on Omaria Gordon there on the pass. A little bit too much contact. Let's take another look at that three in the corner from Lacey. Florida State just a little late to rotate over out of that zone. Tucker couldn't get there quick enough. Lacey makes him pay.
It's Lacey alongside Kayla Ivy, the two longest on this Boston College team.
Lacey nearly had another one as she almost got that one to go down as well.
Bajetti still looking for her first make, already had 2 points, looking for another, couldn't find it.
That's going to be a turnover on Todd. Thought Amaya Bonner might have gotten a hand on that one, but they're just going to say Todd lost the ball going up.
Florida State takes over. Latson wastes no time. That ball hung on the rim. "13 points is the lead for Florida State." That's a good pass. Krasovich able to find a cutting Todd behind the screen.
Nice job by Todd to cut to the rim and then catch the ball over her shoulder to finish.
Latson to Timpson with the right. Good finish underneath.
14 points now for KK Timpson off the assist from Latson.
Boy, if Tania Latson and KK Timpson worked so well on that pick and roll, but how about a three ball? Makayla Ivy with an answer.
This is a Boston College team that is not known for their three-point shooting, just 27%. Near the bottom in the ACC, but shooting it well here in the third quarter.
Ivy didn't score versus Louisville in Boston College's last game, but already 2 3-pointers, 6 points. Boston College fighting their way back.
Foul gonna go against Nene Njai. That's her third. Since Latson to the free throw line. Latson been there twice, connected on both of them. Already got 24 points here for the Noles.
Searching for another 30-point game is Latson. I might have said it before. It's Latson and Elizabeth Kitley at the top of the ACC in 30-point outings, and Latson perfect at the line. She was 1 point short versus Miami, missed a free throw at the end of the game. On her way to that number again. Off on the 3, rebound Bajetti, and in transition she goes. Too strong.
Bajetti just can't seem to get the ball to go through the hoop tonight. Playing hard at both ends, but that time again just rimmed out, just 1 of 12 now for Bajetti.
Hasn't slowed down her shooting though. Still looking for some buckets. Sidbury, that 3 is off the left side. Clock's at 3, Bonner's gotta let it go. Well defended from Boston College and short on the attempt, so a back and forth.
You know, everybody wants to talk about Kitley and Georgia Amore, and obviously those are a premier duo as well, but these two, what they're able to accomplish here at Florida State has been pretty stellar.
ACC Freshman of the Year, Tania Latson last season, and the ACC's most improved player. And KK Timpson only getting better. She has this season very well in contention to win the ACC Defensive Player of the Year. He's speaking about defense. Noles come up with a steal. Latson floats and Latson makes.
Said that a lot tonight, as that's 28 points for Tania Latson. Ooh, nice step through move there by Andrea Daly.
Seen a couple of those tonight from Daly. He's been working down low.
Daly with 6 points now to go along with 10 rebounds already.
He's been active on the glass, active.
There's a steal.
On defense are the Eagles. Daly. Ivy decides against the 3, skip pass to Todd. BC slows up with Sidbury. Spinning, left hand. Good, what a move again from Sidbury. He's looked good down low, especially with KK Timpson all over.
Now that spin move is working well for Taya Sidbury today.
Latson lost it. She's calling for a tip, maybe a foul. Here's a look at that Sidbury bucket.
Nice spin move and then finish with the left. No chance for KK Timpson to block that one.
Scored in double figures in 5 games as a freshman for Utah. Tonight makes the 21st game for her in double figures with Boston College. Eagles will turn it over and go back to Florida State.
Just an unforced turnover there from BC, trying to make the wing entry pass there and just a little bit too much on it. Fortunate break there for the Eagles.
14 turnovers on the night for Boston College. Tucker, wide open look.
Seminoles just haven't been able to connect from long range tonight, 1 of 12.
They have been active defensively, as has Boston College. Sidbury strong to the cup.
Florida State looked like they were going to have a run out. Amaya Bonner couldn't quite come up with the steal. She was trying to get it up to the court to Tanaya Latson, and instead the Eagles had other plans. I believe it was Todd that took that one away. Gave it right to Sidbury.
3 turnovers in the last 90 seconds for Florida State, and Boston College with a chance to turn this game into a only single-digit lead for Florida State.
Sidbury 2 of 3 from the line so far today, 78% on the season. Rattles that one home.
Sidbury up to 15 points. Leads Boston College. 2 of 2.
BC has cut this to 9. Outscoring Florida State here in the fourth quarter, 6-2. Start the quarter. And Latson with a head of steam.
With a head of steam and a big block on the other side, Andrea Daly.
They're going to say that was last touch by Tanaya Latson. Off the block from Daly. Let's take another look. It does hit Latson before it hits the ground. Latson already standing out of bounds. Ball go back to BC.
A big hustle play from the junior, Andrea Daly. Boston College looking to cut into this deficit. Todd. Gordon able to get a piece. 10 seconds now on the shot clock. Slipped into Sidbury. Did Bajetti get her feet set?
Oh, they're gonna call it travel first. I think she did. It looked like that could have been a charge that Sarah Bajetti was about to take. They're gonna call that a travel on Sidbury. It's the 16th turnover of the game for the Eagles. I think the Noles can capitalize. BC on a little 6-0 run here.
Latson around the corner. No one's home. Turnover. Boston College. Here they come. But check out the hustle. Tanaya Latson comes flying all the way back and sneaks up behind Makayla Timpson. Brings it right back for Florida State. Gordon straight away. Another rebound for Turnage. Hasn't scored, but she's been active in multiple different ways.
Jetty still can't find a way to get a bucket.
Big block underneath. KK Timpson. Latson stops, pops, and makes.
Brooke Wyckoff gonna call a timeout here. That'll take us to break. BC on a little bit of a run, but the Noles still up 10.
Tanaya Latson, 6th 30-point game in ACC play. Adding to her accolades. Sticking here, she now leads the conference. Passing Elizabeth Kitley. But with that, we'll take a break. Be right back after this.
We might switch to some kind of a 2-3 zone here if they'll stay in their traditional man.
So a little bit of zone from the Noles in the first half, but mainly sticking man-to-man. Sarah Bajetti able to get a hand in, poke loose, comes up with it. The other way, Euro step with the left. No good, but she will go to the line.
Some aggressive defense there by Sarah Bajetti. It's what she's known for. One of the best defenders in the ACC. Stripping the ball away, taking it the length of the floor.
It's a quiet night for Bajetti. Her first trip to the line. Good on the first free throw. She's 77%. free throw shooter this season, 1 of 13 from the field. You just saw the steal. Maybe she's not getting it done offensively, but what she can do on the defensive side of the ball still makes an impact for her team.
Yeah, it certainly does, and 2 big free throws there for Bajetti. Maybe just seeing the ball go through the hoop like that will really get her going. We've seen her come to life late in games. She likes to play when the lights are on, and it's a big-time game.
Boston College trying to work their way back in it, and KK Timpson says no.
Maria Gordon laid on the ground and covered her head, wanting to make sure she didn't get stepped on down there.
Latson now just slicing through the lane. Make it 32 for the sophomore.
Latson with 13 field goals. Her career high is 14 made. The school record is 17. Keep an eye on that.
Or with that now, that was number 14 and a blocking foul to go against Sarah Bajetti. So Tanaya Latson, now a career high field goals made in a game. Boy, has she been on a tear.
Certainly has, and one other thing we'll throw out there, the school record for points in a game held by Natasha Howard, who we spoke of earlier, is 40. Tanaya Latson just 8 points away from that record.
A lot of Seminole greats being thrown around all night. Another rebound for Timpson. That's 7 now. Bajetti. Oh, gets half of it go. I mean, tough shots all night. That one able to fall.
No backboard needed on that one. Bajetti just up and in.
Sid Berry.
She is playing some aggressive defense out there too. Sarah Bajetti being physical.
Sid Berry calling for it
Inside.
underneath with the mismatch. Height advantage on Sarah Bajetti, but she's just sealing her away. Short pull up in the paint. It is short.
It was nice of Snoop Turnage to tip that one and let KK Timpson have that rebound.
Look at how Omaria Gordon. Fancy finish.
Florida State now on a 10-0 run. Sidbury trying to answer. Too strong.
Out of that timeout, Florida State now with their largest lead of the contest, 18 points. Latson sides against the 3. Tries to bank it in. Timpson fights for the rebound, can't come up.
Timpson tried to tip it to herself.
Ivy trying to go coast to coast, throws it back out to Lacey, step back. No fighting for the rebound. Goes to Omaria Gordon.
Just not enough legs on that one from JoJo Lacey. Left it just a little bit too short. State can slow it down just a little bit here.
Latson draws the foul. Will go against Andrea Daly, and all smiles for Tanaya Latson. She'll head to the line, but before that, we'll take a break and come back right after this.
This will be a gold mine of local intel, just you wait.
Right. So tell us.
Offensively, getting after it and scoring some points.
Yeah, they've given it the nickname of the pace and space offense, and the pace is definitely on point here tonight, as the Noles are on track to reach the 80-point mark again this season. They currently lead the ACC in scoring with just over 80 points a game. Tanaya Latson adds to her point total and the Noles point total. A 12-0 run here for the Noles over the last 3 minutes.
Latson takes a much-deserved break. 34 for her. Contested shot down low. Sarah Bajetti flying down the other side. Foul will go against Boston College.
Bajetti lost a bit of the handle, but Omaria Gordon right there to help her teammate out. Took it in and drew some contact, and she'll go to the free throw line. We've gotten to the line 18 times. Connected on 15 of those here tonight. Both one of the better free throw shooting teams in the league. Shooting 76% as a team. Oh, excuse me, they were gonna say that's on the floor. They did not give Gordon shots.
Instead will be in the hands of Treadwell, thrown back out to Gordon. Calling for the screen. Gordon steps back, baseline, good defense. Sidbury able to get a piece. Another tie up underneath. I'm sure all players are watching out down low.
Treadwell was very careful that time to just hold on to the ball and not be excessive.
Gordon a trigger underneath. Pagetti still looking to work, and work she does. Nice move from the fifth year.
Really nice step-through move from Sarah Pagetti. Got 8 points now. Most of those coming here in the fourth quarter.
Todd will try the three. No good, but gets her own rebound. Another for Todd. Doesn't go. Tipped off of Sidbury, but before foul will go against Omaria Gordon.
Take another look at that step-through move from Pagetti. Keeps that pivot foot on her right foot. Some nifty footwork from the senior from Finland.
Talk about the footwork, huh?
Maria Gordon commits the foul and then has to go to the bench. There's some nifty footwork from Todd inside as well.
Right on cue.
15 points now for Todd.
Here is Latson, 34 for her in the game. Finds Treadwell underneath, and Treadwell able to finish.
Treadwell, new career high for her, I believe 7 points, 5 rebounds. Big three, though, the answer.
Bullseye from Sidbury, making 19 for her. Latson able to break the press. Euro, couldn't get it to go. That one would have been a career high for Tanaya. Maybe she was thinking about it, and Todd the other way. Press for Boston College. And a reach-in foul will go against Makayla Lizama.
Just the fourth team foul on Boston College. No free throws yet for Latson. Next one will send Florida State to the line.
So the lead was 22 for the Seminoles. BC's made the last 3 of 3 from the field. Full court pressure from the Eagles. And Turnage tries to find Pagetti. Pats her chest, said, "My bad." BC takes it.
Avery Treadwell gonna get a nice round of applause here from the Seminole faithful. They like what they've seen from the freshman tonight.
Timpson back in the game, 2 rebounds shy of her 6th straight double-double.
It's gonna go as an offensive foul on the freshman, Lily Krasovic.
Full court still. As BC into Timpson, back to Latson. Eagles making it tough. Seminoles got to get it over. Oh, they just did. Hand off to Timpson, and an easy finish at the cup.
One way to beat the press is to make layups on the other end. Nice job by Sarah Pagetti to get into the paint and then find Timpson inside.
It might have got it over any less than a second.
It was very close to a 10-second backcourt violation. I think it might be what Coach Mack is over there talking to official Billy Smith about, wanting to make sure they're keeping an eye on that even late in the game.
Foul goes against KK Timpson and will send BC to the line. Makayla Lizama. Only 33% on the season, but good on the first.
Lizama has only been there 6 times and connected on 2 of those. Back down a pair there.
2-2 for Makayla. More pressure from BC. Timpson able to find Latson. Diving on the floor.
It'll be a turnover in BC basketball. Florida State, though, has done a tremendous job taking care of the basketball. Just 11 turnovers, right about at their season average. They're the top in the ACC for the fewest turnovers. They average about 12 a game, and against a BC team that averages forcing 21 turnovers, I'd say that's an admirable job for Florida State.
No doubt. They've been good. Speaking about good, that pass from the freshman. Able to find Thompson inside. $15-point lead for Florida State.
BC Eagles continuing to apply good ball pressure here, making it difficult.
Jetty with 3 on the clock, has to throw it up. Fight for the rebound. Jetty and Thompson hit the floor.
It's going to go as a foul on KK Timpson. Excuse me, Sarah Bajetti, who's on the ground. Just the team's 4th. Or that is the 5th, excuse me. So that will send BC to the line.
Makayla Thompson will shoot. And for BC, we mentioned coming in on an 8-game skid, facing the top of the ACC in that time. Louisville, Virginia Tech, NC State, Syracuse. They got Notre Dame on deck. Big matchup for Coach Mack's squad to notch a win before the end of the regular season. It's also a BC team that's been close in these contests all year. 10 losses of 10 points or less. But today, Florida State keeping the energy, the intensity, and the hot streak alive. Rebound and put back from Turnage, no good. Only 7 on the clock. Noles can hold and dribble it out. It's Florida State, winners of 6 of their last 7.